Firearms or tools, if used improperly, can be both dangerous and deadly. I'm going to show you how to disassemble and reassemble an AR-15 rifle, one of the most commonly manufactured rifles in the United States today. There are some minor manufacturing differences between different manufacturers, and I'll point a couple of those out during my demonstration. First, start with what kind of tools you'll need. First, you'll need an area like a table, something to work on. You'll need a cleaning mat so you can keep all your parts together so you don't lose them. You need an AR-15 type rifle, and a tool of some sort, something with needle pliers preferably. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure your firearm is unloaded and safe. That's essential before you start. First thing you do is remove the magazine, point it in a safe direction, charge weapon to the rear, watch for an ejection of a round, check the chamber, make sure there's a round in the chamber. Release it, place it on safe, and you're now clear. Now you're ready to disassemble. First thing you're going to do disassembly, pull out the lower receiver retaining pin and shotgun the rifle, like so. Now you can take the charging handle, slide that out, pull the bolt carrier assembly out. Take your charging handle, set that down. Now you're going to remove your forward lower receiver retaining pin, set the upper receiver down. Take your lower receiver, push the retaining pin on the buffer assembly, slide your buffer assembly out. Some rifles, this is two pieces, one the spring and the buffer. In mine it's one piece, so I'm done. Next, I'll pick up my bolt carrier assembly, pull out my firing pin retaining pin. I'm going to slide out my firing pin, set that down. Take out my cam pin, set that down. Take out the bolt carrier, set that down. Take my bolt. Now you're going to move the extractor. Be careful not to lose the spring in here. You have to push down on it with your thumb. Slide the pin out, pull it out, set it down. Take the extractor, set it down. Set the bolt carrier down. You're now disassemble at this point. Do your maintenance, do your cleaning. Once you're done with that, then you're going to reassemble it. Reassembly, you can do it reverse order. You can either start with your bolt or you can start with your buffer assembly. I'm going to start with the buffer assembly. Slide that in your buffer. Very important this goes in before you put the upper receiver and lower receiver together, otherwise cause problems getting the weapon apart. Take your bolt carrier. Take your extractor. Put your extractor on your bolt. Squeeze it together, make sure the hole lines up, and slide the retaining pin in. Make sure it's flush. Take your bolt, slide it into your bolt carrier. Make sure that those holes are lined up. Take your cam pin, slide your cam pin into there. Move that forward. Take your firing pin. You're going to slide that into the hole. Make sure that's flush. At this point, you're going to slide your firing pin, retaining pin in. Make sure that's flush. Pick up your upper receiver. Take your charging handle. Slide that in so it's sticking out. If it locks like that, you know it's in right. Make sure it's 3 or 4 inches out. Put your bolt forward on your bolt carrier. Slide that in. Slide that all the way forward. Lock it in. Take your lower receiver. Attach it to your upper receiver. And move it around until you get the retaining pin locked in. Close it. Lock the rear retaining pin in. Firearm is now reassembled. At this point, you want to do a function check to ensure that the weapon functions properly. Point it in a safe direction. Ensure it's on safe. Pull the trigger. Should not fire. Place on a fire. Should click. Holding the trigger down, charge the weapon, release it. Release the trigger, and you should hear another audible click. Now that you heard that, you know that it's been assembled properly and it functions. Charge it again. Place it on safe. You can either put your firearm away in your storage area or use it as needed. So, as I've shown you, if you conduct these steps in the orders that I've done them, then you will make sure that your firearm is assembled properly, it functions properly, and that it's safe, and that it will work when you need it. If you practice this enough, you can conduct all these steps in less than a minute blindfolded. Thank you.